Alright, so some of the people asked for a bit more of proof, a bit more of evidences, etc. because in my previous videos I mentioned a lot of things, and I feel like that creating this video I'm putting almost all of the evidences I've had missing. So get some popcorn and we are going to start. So I'm going to supply the screenshot of my Uber trip from my home to the Sydney airport center. So it took me a few minutes, maybe 10 minutes or something. I'm going to put all of the screenshots. So I arrived to the shot center at that time around 3 o'clock, so 3:28 p.m. So roughly in 1.5 hours I came back home. So I was home around 3:30, 3:45 p.m. already. So at that time I already started to feel a bit off, so just a bit, but again nothing special. At night I started to develop a very high heart rate. It started to go definitely faster than my normal. Like usually I have a very slow heart rate, and that one was already 80, 90, which was really frustrating for me. 29th of August, right, which means that okay, night passed, so 30th of August. So 30th of August I started to feel much worse. My heart rate was just getting crazy. I really couldn't sleep. I couldn't just stand up from the bed, basically. I was standing up from the bed and my heart rate was close to 120. I couldn't even get anything to get outside from my 7-Eleven shop. I was literally bedridden. This really scared me, and the next thing that I did, I was actually, I decided to go to my local ER because I heard about the stories. I knew that some of these things happen, and that's what I did. So I went to my local ER, and it's like, thankfully it's not far from my home, and this is the result. So I arrived there on 30th of August in 2021, and this is the message. So thank you for reviewing blah blah Shauhin, a 25-year-old male to be discharged on 30th of August 2021 from the emergency department at St. George Hospital and Community Health Service. The summary of their presentation and condition are documented below. 25 male with the post-shot side effects, palpitations 24 hours post first Pfizer shot, borderline tachycardia on his smartwatch, HR 100 to 120 exertional, no HX or EX findings of ischemic, arrhythmic or inflammatory pathology, including normal ECG. Also reports having already had a negative Holter echocardiogram by a cardiologist between 1 to 2 years ago for palpitations. Advice shows self-resolve to avoid self-measurement due to normal daily variation and anxiety effect. So even at that time when I was sitting there in the ER, you have to trust me, I wasn't anxious at all. I was just sitting there and my heart was just pumping. So it was pumping 90, 100. For them, they're saying that at some point I will show you, like they measured heart rate around 80 something. I had to stay absolutely still, almost like without breathing, and it was very high heart rate for me. Seek medical advice if persistent more than 3 days, worsening palpitation, develops any pain, occurred bleeding, dyspnea or otherwise concerned. So I'm going to share this, of course, and I'm also going to share the cardiogram itself. And the ECG says that normal ECG at that time, I don't know if it says, yeah, I think it says the rate 84. So I'm going to also share it if there is any cardiologist, any person. So this is when the heart rate was going up, and the next 3 or 4 days it was getting really bad. So this is my experience with the ER. So yeah, this is my experience with the ER itself. Now I'm going to show you my Reddit. Reddit is also a very important part. Please, if you want to know more, if you want to follow some of the messages, go ahead, and I'm going to put my Reddit handle somewhere. So if I go to my Reddit, I'm going to some of my post history in the Reddit. And my first post on Reddit with concerns was 2 days after the Pfizer shot. I went to the subreddit Ask Docs and asked this question. So I received my first Pfizer shot, I have elevating resting heart rate, etc., muscle tension, temperature, spikes of heart rate, nausea, etc. And of course, some of the Reddit physicians answer me, yes, this immune responses, etc. So I'm going to put all of these links below so that there is literally a full picture of my life since 29th of August, that basically time. And then I started to ask another questions on another subreddit. I started to see that, okay, so now this one I think was a few weeks later. I started to say that okay, so on this one was on the day 5. I started to have I've been upset stomach. Okay, that's what, maybe I missed this one. So on the 4th day, I started to have some upset stomach, and then on the day 5, yes, okay, I was told that it's immune response, etc. And that's it. I'm just asking the question, like, again, I was still kind of confused about the whole situation of the first, second dose. So, but now, just the next day, I already said it here. So on the 6th day, so this is when it started to happen. I have a real number to tell you. On the 6th day of my shot, my leg muscles constantly, and sometimes hands are twitching and tingling. So hands are cooler out of nowhere. Is it normal, etc.? And then some people also started to say that, oh, I have the same 8 months after the second one, etc. So this is where I started to get scared, because the thing is, absolutely nobody replied after that if it's normal or not. So as you can see, 6th day after the shot, so we are saying about 4th, 5th of September. Yeah, very bad thing to have close to my birthday. This is when basically it happened. All right, so this is on the Reddit part. The next thing what happened is I went, of course, to my GP, and what my GP asked me to do is to go to the cardiologist. So I went to cardiologist. This is again the receipt, tax invoice, etc. So 20th of September. So again, my palpitation started to get better. So I would just say it took me something like close to 10-12 days to come back to norm. It was the worst 10-12 days in my life. We'll just say that the heart, tachycardia and heart palpitations, honestly, if I had them instead of twitches, I don't think I would have survived. It was horrible. So I was advised to go to the hospital private heart center, advised by my doctor. And what I have done, the first appointment was just appointment with the cardiologist. Cardiologist recognized that whatever happened was just due to the shot. I'm very thankful. I had the ECG with a consultation. So this whole thing was $300, and of course I had something covered, I guess, by my insurance. The next thing after this visit, I had my next appointment, which was planned to be on 18th of October in the same center. But the idea for this was to go for the stress echocardiogram. So the idea is that, again, you run on a treadmill connected to all of the cables, etc. And then they measure your heart activity on the go. They connect, after that they have echogram, so again, like kind of ultrasound for your heart. And then I had another consultation. So this was planned to be on 18th of October, and I'm going again to submit all of the papers, whatever I'm reading for, on 18th of October, but I got an express visit to neurologist. So I had to postpone my visit to cardiologist for the stress test for the 1st of November. Yes, so it was for the 1st of November. So let's leave cardiologist for now. And we are coming to neurologist. So my first neurologist appointment was so Southern Neurology Center. It was on the same 18th of October. That's what I said. So instead of going for the stress test, I had an express appointment with my neurologist because of my muscle twitches. So this is another proof that I've done my nerve conduction test. So this is my first nerve conduction test. So this one was in total 600, but of course I got the insurance, so I got something back. And this neuroconduction test, the neuromuscular electrodiagnosis conduction studies, they didn't show anything. Even though my muscles were twitching, they didn't show absolutely anything, absolutely nothing. So that was basically kind of the end of the first part of neurological test. So again, it was 18th of October. I was told that everything is fine and just look, maybe it's going to resolve by itself. Now, since I finished my neurological tests, next thing was continue back to my stress echocardiogram. And as I said, this one was transferred from 18th of October to 1st of November. So on the 1st of November, I've done this whole stress echocardiogram, absolutely everything. So again, I was running on the treadmill, I was connected with the wires, I had an ultrasound, etc., etc., etc. And surprise, surprise, I was asked to go for the second one. So the person told me that, hey, it's fine, it happens, chances are very small, you can just go for the second one, no problems. But honestly, like from the beginning, I just said no. I said no, I will not go anywhere further after this experience because my muscles were twitching the same way as they're twitching now half a year after. I said basically no. So this was my last cardiologist visit. So when I went through the whole possible check of my heart, etc. So that's where we stopped. So the time started to go by a bit by bit, and my muscle twitches didn't resolve at all, of course. So I rang my GP and I said, hey, it just doesn't work. Everything is exactly the same. What's happening? And this is when I got my second visit to neurologist. So this one was for 29th of November. So 29th of November, I went to exactly the same center, to exactly the same person, and I got another nerve conduction test. I'm just checking the dates here. So did I get it the same date? Okay, November the 30th. No, okay, I see. So 29th of November, I got my initial consultation. And then, doctor was also a bit confused by that because he was thinking that it would resolve within the next few months, but yes, it didn't. And then for the next day, I was prescribed to come back for the nerve conduction test, which was on 30th of November. So this was my second nerve conduction test. And the second nerve conduction test, it showed some noise, as I remember, and the nurse could see some of the muscles twitching. She confirmed that because, again, as I have all of the videos, it's visible to the naked eye. It's nothing hidden there. But the whole nerve operation, everything was fine. So that's why I didn't get much response. The only thing, so this was on 30th of November. I got another consultation, and this consultation was a bit different. So since I was a weird case, my neurologist advised me to go for a kind of second opinion with another neurologist, also one of the best in the area, so that he does another nerve conduction test. So this was third nerve conduction test I've had. So needles in your muscles. This one was in the same center, but by another doctor. So another $400, and I also got, of course, the insurance there. And this was conducted, and I still have this piece of paper. I'm also going to make it public, this piece of paper, showing that doctor said that it's a benign muscle fasciculation syndrome. With his handwriting, I'm going to share this. So yeah, this is basically the end of this story. So these are some of the missing parts that I've had. So these are all of the nerve conduction tests, everything else. This is everything I have done. In the next video, I'm going to talk about my TGA request, but these are all the missing links that some of you commented asking when I mentioned nerve conduction test, right? Can you trust me? No, you can't. I'm just a guy from the internet. You need to get some evidences. I gave you evidences. The same for my cardiologist, the same for everything else. And since this video is going to be already close to 20 minutes, I'm going to make another video of my TGA experience, which is Australian FDA, and you will basically get another full picture of that. So yeah, I hope this one clarified a few more details. You have even bigger picture now of what's going on with more evidences. Let me know if I missed something or something doesn't stick, and yeah, I'll try to clarify. Thank you.